Hey, good to see you again. So, I want to have a chat with you about priorities. And when I mean about priorities, I mean about priorities as a software engineer. And they are also priorities, obviously, that lend themselves to your own personal life. But really, as a software engineer, it's the first priority, from my point of view, is that we have to always be looking out for the customer. And the reason I'm saying that is because it may seem that sometimes that you're just working away, you're just grinding away, and you've got a lot of this to do, and you're not really considering the impact that your code and your work is going to have on people. And it may not be you may not be working on an X-ray machine that tragically hurt and killed people back in the 1980s, or you may not be working on the software for a medical device or a, let's say, an airplane. But even simple things like, for instance, controlling on an IoT device the light switches on and off. These things that when you go into the mindset that you're building things for yourself, the way you would like to use them, and the kind of product that you would like to have for yourself and for other people. The priority is the customer's safety, their needs, and their, the experience, the value of the experience of the product that you're building. So that is the first priority as a software engineer, is to have that in mind when you're writing code, right? So who's going to be using it? It might not be necessarily exactly that you're worried about the syntax, whether you're working in Python, whether you're working on React. That doesn't matter. That's not as important as the value that you're aiming to create, because the code's the easy part, right? It follows where your priorities start. And next, after that, the importance of providing value to the customer, providing a safe product. The second priority is maintaining the relationship of the product with the customer. So always have the customer's best interest in mind. And obviously we're not building things that are going to necessarily be at our own expense, right? We're not putting the customer ahead of us. We're putting, as software engineers, our priorities for how to build things for customers. So really, they're the two things I wanted to talk about today. Not very technical things, right? But they are related to the importance of having the right attitude and having those priorities in line before really jumping into code. After you've got those in mind, then you've got all the stuff that comes with architecture and maintenance and keeping things easy to reuse. Books like Clean Code are wonderful because they can help. Although Robert Martin does talk about the idea of the importance of the craft, right, and the importance of building something that could possibly go wrong, could hurt people, the rules around Clean Code make that whole process just that little bit easier to have confidence in yourself that, okay, I'm following a kind of a clear set of maxims that help me write code that I am confident in will help build the product that provides the most value, right? So that's how it works, right? You have the mindset in such a way that from working backwards, when you actually start coding, all of that comes up to the first part. So you can be confident in your code and that is what you've tried to achieve. So it's a bit of a philosophical roundabout way of saying, I guess the customer's always right. No, I wouldn't say that. Sometimes they are wrong, but you've got to keep their safety and their well-being in mind as a priority for being a software engineer. All right, guys, thanks for listening. I hope to see you next week. Catch you later.